Hello, welcome to my other show. My name is Susan Rushton, and this is Muse. This is the show on which I'm privileged to, on which I get to, and which I'm allowed to, and privileged and honored to talk to people in the area who are involved with the arts, who, in other words, are visited by the Muse. A muse, dancers, actors, performers of all stripes, artists of all stripes, and that's why I call it a muse, because the muse is never far away from artists. And the artists today are two women from from Placer Community Theater. To my left, your right, is Mitzi Fishman, president of the board of directors of Placer Community Theater. And on Mitzi's left, your far right, is Diane Ott, the board secretary. Welcome, ladies. It's a privilege to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. And so if you're interested in learning more about Placer Community Theater and don't get enough in this half hour, please investigate at placercommunitytheater.org. Email them at info@placercommunitytheater.org. Phone them 530-852-2708, or drop them a note, drop them a line. P.O. Box 4322, Auburn 95604. Okay, we are talking about Placer Community Theater. Why, Mitzi, why are you involved?
I actually got involved from my daughter being involved in Placer Community Theater. She had gotten the bug in middle school, and then she in high school was in a couple of productions with one of our board members, Amy Linden, and she found out later that Amy was involved with Placer Community Theater and would be directing Oklahoma. And my daughter followed Amy. And so where my daughter goes, there go I.
All right, yes.
And so I had such a good time with working with the board members and the people behind the scenes with Placer Community Theater that, I just stuck around.
Mm-hmm. So you are president of the board of directors, which means?
Which means I help keep the board meetings on track. And which means I get to continue hanging out with these great people. But being the president, I'm kind of a cheerleader for the group.
That would be your job, yes.
Diane and I go to chamber meetings when we can, and I like to talk to people about Placer Community Theater, invite them to come to our productions, invite them to get involved. It just means being involved.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I could be any board member and I'd still be this involved.
Okay.
Because it's a passion for me.
Wow. All righty. Diane, why are you involved?
Well, we started out with Placer Adult School years ago, like 17 years ago, a bunch of us, and then the adult school ran out of funds to do musicals. So we did a few musicals, so then a lot of us got together and we just loved being with each other, and said we can't end this, we got to do something. So a bunch of us got together and formed Placer Community Theater and used to just do shows, like 60 people in the audience, and we would serve desserts complimentary, and then it just grew from there. So I've been the secretary since the beginning.
Really?
Yeah. She's a founding member.
Okay.
Founding member, really love it. It's just a great family, feeling, and we just love what we do.
Wow. I had no idea this Placer Community Theater started out as an arm part of the body of the of Placer
Adult school.
School for Adults.
Mm-hmm.
And so Placer Community Theater became PCT 17 years ago?
Yeah, we started, we're in our 16th year.
Wow.
Are going into our 17th, yeah.
Wow.
As Placer Community Theater, right?
And so you have the people, and you found the funds, and that's always, I imagine,
Yes.
stressful because
we didn't really get any funds. We started off with charging to be a member, $25 or whatever, and then we just from then took the profits from from our shows and put it to the next show, and then just kind of grew from there.
Okay, so you have a reasonable bank account. That's up and down and up and down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, up and down because we do a show. Hopefully, we turn over enough to put into the next show, and then the next show after that. We also offer high school seniors that are looking to go into any field of the arts. Correct. We give scholarships every year at the end of the
try
school
to give
year.
back. Yeah.
To keep people interested in the arts, right? And to give them that little bit of a leg up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, how do you choose plays? How do you choose works to present?
We have a script committee, and they get together. People on that committee can offer up, some different shows that maybe they're interested in, or maybe they've heard of, or just maybe, this sounds like this would work well for a group of 5 to 8 people, or, this would be a nice musical to do with this many people, all age ranges. And then they get together, have meetings, and discuss, and then they come up with a number of viable shows, and then we vote on it as a board.
Wow.
Does that sound about right?
Exactly.
Okay. How do you I have seen a couple of shows, several shows, and among them, I think you've been at the State Theater.
Yes.
Yeah. And I know you've been at General Gomez and Pamelot School of
that's
Dance.
where we started. At
Okay.
Pamelot, yes.
That's very kind of them. That's wonderful.
And we bought our own tables and chairs, and we had a cafe-style seating and things like that. So that's how it all started.
When I went to see your latest show, which was Cat on a Hot Tin Roof,
Oh, yes.
and that's over now, the tables and chairs were yours.
The tables were, at that show, General Gomez did loan those to us.
Okay.
So we were grateful
Which
for
is
that.
very nice, and so you didn't have to move them in and out. That's good.
Yes, exactly.
That's really wonderful.
Right.
Just our
Yeah.
sets and all of our dessert stuff and all that. We move in.
Okay. So you have acted, Diane.
Yeah, I was on stage in the beginning for a few shows, and then I really just got real involved in the hospitality and ticket sales and things like that. So
What performances were you in?
I did the musicals, so we did some variety shows. We did. I wasn't in the actual plays, just anything with the musicals, a townsperson or anything like that. So
Okay.
did some
Do
dancing.
do either of you have aims to go back on the stage?
I don't know.
Maybe.
She
Maybe.
enjoyed
Depends.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I've only done it once, and
Okay.
it was a blast. So
What was that show?
The Wedding Singer, the musical we did over the summer.
Okay, I missed
and
it.
I was
At the
one of
State
the,
Theater, yeah.
Oh no, I didn't.
as Diane said, one of the just extras.
Yeah.
One of the, people in the back.
Which is really fun, actually.
It is. It is. You're not carrying the show, but you can hand it.
And you're
up.
on stage a lot. Yeah, you're on stage a lot usually, and it's kind of
And you
fun.
get to sing, and you get to do a little bit of dancing. It is fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're not carrying the show, so it's
All,
that's right
all
up
eyes
my
aren't
alley.
always on you.
Right. Right.
Thank goodness.
Right.
That's why we invite all of our audiences at our shows come and audition, and because you don't have to be
there's a place for
an
everyone.
actor. You can just come and
Okay.
audition and learn, and you might get bit by the bug. And
Oh my God.
it's
Wow.
fun. It's
Okay.
fun. You get really close with all the cast members, and
That is one aspect that I really enjoyed. Doing this with my daughter as a volunteer and seeing her be involved with cast and having fun and forming bonds. That's one thing. But then when you do it yourself, it really is a lot of fun. All this talk of becoming a theater family, and you did feel that way by the end of I did by the end of the production. It's like, I don't want to. I'm going to miss these people very much. Yeah.
I can also imagine that it's fun to watch your daughter interact with other grown-ups and have them take her seriously, extremely seriously, and have her take them seriously, treat them. You watch her be a person you haven't known.
Well, you watch, someone that you've raised. Where did that come from? I'm so impressed with you.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's fun.
thrilling.
And yes, it is. It's fun. It's fun to watch her kind of gravitate toward mentors and see her then with some of the younger ones that are coming up, and maybe she can be a little bit of mentor.
Yeah.
It is. It's a lot of
Oh
fun.
boy. How does one learn about this kind of acting?
Wow.
Do you have any idea? From watching and doing it, I guess.
I think a lot of the folks that are involved in community theater, maybe they had gotten the acting bug in school. Maybe they in high school. Maybe they did some acting in college. Maybe some people did a little dabbling in TV, whatever, and then they decide they want to come back to it because it is something that's a lot of fun, and you do feel that connection with people, and you just feel that ability to get your artistic side out.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So but insofar as where actors come from, I don't know. I represent the theater goer. Right?
Do you?
Yes, because I don't have a background in acting or direction or choreography or set design or music.
You're involved.
Yet I'm involved, right? I love theater. I love the arts. I love going to concerts. I love seeing live theater, whether it's dramatic, whether it's comedy, big musical. Yeah, so for this group, I represent the theater goer.
Okay.
So. And for doing it for Auburn, it's nice. The Auburn area or Placer County area, just to have a community theater that's doing good shows and making people happy. And
Exactly.
having a good time,
And we do have a great group of people who do have varied backgrounds in the theater arts and music and choreography.
So if one attends many Placer Community Theater productions, it's likely that an audience member will see the same actors in different parts.
Correct.
In different shows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That happens quite a bit.
At the same time, what I'm getting from you is, I'm hoping what people watching us should get from you is that you're always looking for people to audition. Always hoping that more people will be part of the quote family of Placer Community Theater.
Very much so.
And add directors and set designers and choreographers.
Okay, so there's room for a variety of. Are these volunteers?
Yes.
Okay, actors and people behind the stage, behind the curtain, so to speak. are all it's all volunteer. So don't expect monetary payment if you want to apply. um, want to come and investigate what might be in this for you. But what you want is eager people,
Right.
enthusiastic people,
Mhm.
and wanting to be involved in community theater.
Exactly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is there? Well, no. I want to go immediately, just because we might run out of time before I get to talk about these two upcoming pieces that are in 2020. You've got Love Letters in February, which is several days in February. Investigate at placercommunitytheater.org. This each performance is a different couple.
Yes, yes. Love
Okay.
Letters consists of two actors that are reading love letters to each other from their relationship, their long relationship.
Oh,
And we're doing this in February
It's very romantic,
because it's
yeah.
romantic and
Yeah.
it's close to Valentine's
Yeah.
Day. And that's going to be our fundraiser this year. So
what does that mean?
that means that we are going to make it a little bit different from our usual setup. We'll probably have maybe champagne, maybe
Some
chocolate
chocolate
covered strawberries or chocolates, or just something. We'll romance it up.
Okay.
So just just a little different from what we
Yeah.
usually do.
And where will that be?
That'll be at the Gomez.
Okay.
At the General Gomez.
808,
At
the
the
General
General
Gomez, 808 Lincoln Way in Auburn, across the street from Monkey Cat. So that's in February 2020. And then there's Moon Over Buffalo.
Moon Over
In-
Buffalo
in
is in March.
March.
And it begins March
The
13th,
13th.
Friday 13th, and then goes over the next 2 weekends. And that is actually the play that got Carol Burnett back on the Broadway stage after
So it's a
after long
comedy.
time.
Years of
So
TV.
yes,
Okay.
it's a comedy,
Okay.
and it's kind of a play within a play. Lots of just slapstick. I think not so much slapstick, but it's farcical. And,
Okay.
and
Screwball.
I think
Yeah.
screwball.
Good.
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 I think it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. You should come out and see it. You'll have a good time, and that also will be at the General Gomez.
Do you have the cast set yet?
No, auditions will be
Auditions.
in December, and we'll get that information out on our website.
Again, the website is placercommunitytheater.org if you wanted to keep checking on audition dates and audition locations. How does one choose the best actor for a role?
That would be up to the director of the play or the
Okay.
musical, and they know what they're looking for, and I believe they can tell when they see,
Okay.
and then they go through the audition process. We usually have a couple of different audition dates, and
And
then
we interview the directors and choose them, by their passion of this show that they, would like to do, and then let them choose their cast. But we do have a panel that helps, with the.
Okay.
Choosing.
Do you have a variety of people who serve as directors?
We have, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there have been several people that have come through even since I've been involved.
Some are members of our group, and some are outside. So,
All right.
yeah.
And I've discovered that there are people who come from outside of Auburn to audition in these plays, and even outside Placer.
Mm-hmm.
That means that there's this reputation. That's wonderful.
Yes, we're happy about that.
Yeah, we
get people from Sacramento and
had some Nevada City
yeah,
Cool.
actors in our last production,
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Ha!
So the fact that they want to get involved and have good faith in our productions, that makes us feel good and just makes for better shows all the way around.
Yes.
Yeah.
How can you tell a good actor? What is
What do you
evidence
think?
of a good
What do
actor?
you think of that?
How do you tell a good actor? I would just say somebody who takes that role on and you just believe that that person is, that character, and you're just like, wow, that's not the person I know off stage, it's a
Mhm.
totally different, totally different character.
Yeah, I think somebody that can take, the words on the page and they can make that character come to life for you,
Okay.
right? And put their spin. Say, for example, if you have Dick Van Dyke or Robin Williams playing the same thing, they're each going to bring something. And those are two very,
Very good.
disparate, But seriously, it's not that you're mimicking someone else who's done the role before. You bring yourself to
Right.
it, and people are in the audience. They're believing that you are the character that you're portraying up on stage, right?
Okay. If it's done right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's nothing better than sitting there and you could hear a pin drop because everybody's just glued to the stage
Mhm.
because they're enjoying so much, that
Yeah.
what's going on up on stage.
Okay.
There were a lot of nights like that in Cat on a Hot Tin.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nights where I was helping Diane with hospitality,
Yeah.
so I got to peek in and watch a lot.
Hmm.
And
But the acting was so intense.
Yeah, nobody was chatting with each other.
Well, good.
They were paying attention and
Yeah.
just glued to what they saw on stage.
Yes.
It was a very wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Made us very proud.
Yes.
I can imagine.
Even when the power went out.
Did
They
it
still
go
kept
out during
going.
the play?
Yeah, we had generators, but
One of the shows. It did.
Oh,
the
brother.
stage went dark for a little while, and they just kept going. They were great. Yeah.
Well, the accidents make for a very receptive audience, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Oh, gee. That's too bad. Ah.
Well,
No.
too bad, but it didn't drop. People on stage continued going through their part. People in the audience continued watching. Nobody got up and said, "Oh well, the power's out. We need to leave now." It worked. It wasn't so much a mistake as this opportunity to take things to even a deeper level.
Wow.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. Diane was holding a flashlight on the stage to illuminate the action on stage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was just a short time, so that was good.
Yeah. That's great. I was going to say something about, being with actors when they are watching other actors. I've sat with a woman who is a professional, and she was watching co-workers act, and her reaction was she was not at all quiet about her appreciation. She was not reticent about applauding or laughing loudly. People who are musicians in the audience, people who are actors in an audience, they seem to be more receptive than somebody like me who has never been on stage. I can imagine that would be a way to encourage people. And I'm so
Are you coming from if you're a little bit nervous to get involved because you think, oh, people will judge me harshly?
No, I'm just thinking about the audience itself. As an audience member, people have told me as an audience member that I heard you laugh. Ha! My laugh is uncontrollable and identifiable. And my brother, who directs drama for a high school in Palo Alto, says he can always tell when I'm in the audience.
I think that's a good thing. I think that the actors appreciate it for sure. I know they do, because I've heard them say, "Oh my gosh, last night it was too quiet. I felt like maybe I didn't deliver that joke very well, or that that funny bon mot very well, and then." Tonight, your audience was fantastic. So no, they love that.
Oh, good.
And I think maybe you're right too, because I think folks that do perform, I think they do realize that what they're doing up on stage tonight, they're doing a great job.
Matters.
And
it matters.
I can tell they've done the work to be able to go up there and make it look effortless tonight.
And that's a terrible job, isn't it? Doing something so well that it looks effortless.
I would think so.
Oh, man. Man. Okay.
And some people have it, right? They just have it.
Yes.
And it's just a thing of beauty to watch.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm remembering a story about Laurence Olivier doing, after weeks of doing Hamlet, coming out and doing it again and stunning everybody. It was the most incredible thing that anybody had ever seen, and somebody came back to him backstage later and, "Oh, Lord Olivier, you did just a wonderful job." "Well, I don't know." How can I do it again if I don't know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes it's impossible.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Some people, beautiful singing voice, not something necessarily that they created. They have it. Mm-hmm. Some people are just naturally funny. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Thinking again about Robin Williams.
Yes.
Some people just have it. Right? And so...
And you sit there watching with envy.
Yeah.
If you have time to be envious. Yeah. And because you're laughing or being amazed. Why is community theater important?
Because
changing the subject.
Because we need the arts. We need the arts just like we need water, just like we need food, like we need air. It's a part of us. It's part of humanity. I mean, that's my thought.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can do singing or dancing or just straight drama, or there's just so many different things that you can get to bring out of people. It's wonderful.
Yeah, people need to be able to have that outlet to be creative. Maybe not every person, but the people who do, that's why we need community theater. We need to give people the opportunity, the chance to be on stage or be behind stage. Maybe you don't want to be an actor. Maybe you don't want to be a singer or a dancer. But you can do beautiful set design. Or you are the techie guy or gal. Right? And you do all the sound and the lighting and all the things that go together to make
stage management.
Stage management and taking care of the props. All of those things go together to make the production wonderful. And everybody has their niche that
So even if somebody has no knowledge of acting or no knowledge of stage production, stage direction, you still need volunteers to help.
We do. Yeah, we do. Definitely. And we're happy to teach, to train. Like I said, look at me. No background whatsoever.
Except an admiration and an interest.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, ladies, this has been thrilling. I've enjoyed talking with you and learning about Placer Community Theater. Again, my guests have been Mitzi Fishman, President of the Board of Directors of Placer Community Theater, and Diane Ott, Board Secretary, who has been on the board since dirt was invented. If you're interested in learning more, please log on to placercommunitytheater.org or email them at info@placertheater.org and investigate their upcoming productions. Yes, Thank you very much for watching. And I will see you again.